Hello, my friends, Kaity here, and today we'll be doing a free flow, which is a blend of EFT tapping with Meridian stretching, all about learning to believe in yourself. If you do not believe in yourself, whatever you are working towards, whatever you're trying to manifest, whatever you're trying to bring into your life is highly unlikely to come into your space. Because if you don't believe, the universe isn't going to believe that you are worthy, you're capable. So you have to get into that mind space and that energy that you are able to do it, that you are confident enough to do it, that you're empowered enough to do it. You have to believe in yourself. So today we're gonna release, let go any fear, any doubt, any worry that you might be having of manifesting this thing into your reality. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and find a nice place to practice. We'll be on the floor today. Grab your mat, some yoga blocks, a pillow, a blanket, whatever you need to support your body through these poses. And we're gonna start with some tapping. So let's get started. So as always, placing a pillow, a blanket, a bolster, anything underneath you, just to elevate you some so that you are pulled up, straight spine, feeling nice and aligned. And I want you to go ahead and first think about whatever it is that you are trying to manifest into your reality, whatever you're struggling to believe in yourself and achieving. So go ahead and think about that thing. Really feel into it when emotions come to the surface. Once you have that, we'll go ahead and begin tapping. So as always, tap where I tap. You can repeat after me. If you feel called to say more specific things, go ahead and do so. Starting on the side of the hand. Even though I am struggling with believing in myself, I choose to love, honor, and accept how I feel anyways. Even though I have these hopes and dreams, these aspirations, things that I want to accomplish, this specific thing that I want to accomplish, but I'm struggling with believing in myself. I choose to love, honor, and accept how I feel anyways. Even though I struggle with fear and worry and start to lose hope of what I can accomplish. I struggle with believing in what I'm capable of. And even though there are things, this thing that I want so badly, I think about it all the time. But I just doubt myself. I doubt that I can make it happen. I struggle with believing in myself. I choose to love, honor, and accept how I feel anyways. Struggle with believing in myself. I have all these things I want to accomplish, especially this specific thing. And every time I pull it up in my mind, get excited, hopeful, start working towards it. Something in me makes me stop. Makes me doubt myself. Makes me question what I'm doing. Asking myself stuff like, are you even capable of doing this? Are you worthy enough to have this? Are you knowledgeable enough? All this doubt floods my mind. And that little sprinkle of hope, that belief in myself, quickly fades away. And I'm left feeling lost, confused, struggling to find that belief once more. I start comparing, questioning everything. Doubting I can ever make this thing happen. Filled with so much fear and worry. Doubt. And I wish with all my might that I could just believe in who I am and what I can do. I wish I could believe in my capabilities. I wish I felt confident in my journey. But I lack belief in myself, who I am and what I can do. Struggling to believe I can do it as good as someone else. Struggling to believe that I can have it as good as other people. Struggling to believe that it's possible for me. I struggle with believing in who I am and what I can do. The struggle to believe in myself. Squeezing the wrist about 3 finger widths down, taking a deep breath in through the nose. Letting it go. One more time. Let it go, placing your hands over your kidneys on your lower back. Rubbing up and down, creating some heat and friction. Warming up the kidneys. The kidneys are what gives us trust. This belief in ourselves that we can manifest whatever we want into our reality. And when they are unbalanced, when they are no longer in harmony, we feel this fear. We feel this fear from following our journey, from going on this path, and it can really keep us stuck. So just activating the kidneys, placing your hands on your knees. If you're sitting on the floor, you can go ahead and just continue sitting there, or you can take your pillow out from underneath you. You're just gonna breathe in through your nose, pulling it all the way down to your kidneys, almost like you're ballooning them up, as opposed to usually when you breathe in, you balloon in your lower belly. We're gonna balloon into our kidneys. So keeping your hands there, ballooning in. Exhale, we're gonna fold forward, making the sound chew, slowly vibrating out our mouth. Chew. Inhaling, ballooning up the kidneys. Exhale, chew. more time, breathing in. Envision those kidneys like balloons just blowing up. Exhaling, chew. And we're going to just come onto our stomachs, doing some stretching to release some of that stagnation within the kidney meridians. So coming onto your stomach, you're going to bring your left or right leg, whichever side you want to do first, up to the side parallel with your hip and allowing your leg to fall 90 degrees down. So straight down, really kind of aligned with your other leg that will just be resting still. Your elbows about shoulder width apart, holding yourself up. Just staying here for just a few breaths. And if that feels too tight anywhere in your body, you can bring yourself down. You can stretch your hands out a little bit further. So feeling a subtle stretch through the back of the body. Some compression within the hips, so squeezing the actual kidneys. And as you sit here, just kind of envisioning any type of disbelief, any fear, any worry that's holding you back from accomplishing this thing. Just picture as you're stretching, picture that thing just kind of pushing itself out of your body. So you're emotionally releasing anything that's holding you back. So feel into that release as you stretch. And again, we're getting that compression on the side of our body. So envision your kidneys really squeezing out any imbalances, any, again, disbeliefs. Knowing it's safe to let it go. Just for a couple breaths, pulling yourself back to the present moment. If your mind starts to wander, either by focusing on your breath or focusing on a mantra, it's safe to let it go. This fear, this worry, this lack of trust in myself, this lack of belief in myself, it's safe to let it go. Bringing your leg back down and then switching over to the opposite side. So hip parallel, leg parallel with the hip. And then pointing your foot straight down, feeling that stretch. If you want to get a little deeper, you can come up onto your hands, really feeling that squeezing sensation within the kidneys. When releasing emotions from the body, it's always up to you how far you want to go with things. You always want to feel comfortable. You never want to feel in pain when stretching. But just kind of intuitively go in and figure out what your body's needing. If it needs a little bit of a deeper stretch or feels comfortable just kind of hanging right here. If you're feeling that emotional release coming from this position, just go ahead and hang there. Just for a few more breaths. And slowly bringing your leg down and coming up onto your sit bones. So go ahead and come to a sitting position. We're going to actually put our legs underneath our bum. And this is where it will come in handy if you do have any props. So if you have a pillow, go ahead and place that behind you if you'd like. I'm just gonna scoot down a little bit. If you do have yoga blocks, you might wanna have those on hand. So you can either come up onto your, with your legs right underneath you, or put them off to the side. I prefer to put them off to the side, kind of right underneath or on the outside of my legs. And if this feels plenty like a good stretch to you, you can stay right here. But if you'd like, you can go ahead and lean yourself back. And this is when a pillow or yoga block comes in handy. If coming down feels too much, always listen to your body. You can stack some yoga blocks underneath you just to kind of lighten up the stretching. Sometimes it's helpful just to start in a position like this. And then once those muscles start to melt, they start to loosen, that connective tissue starts to loosen up, you can start to lower yourself even more. So if you need to pause to get more pillows, blankets, go ahead and do so. Again, just envisioning that stagnation, that block, that barrier that's holding you back, just kind of bursting through the energy channels, making its way out. Again, it's safe to let it go. It's safe to believe in myself, to find value in myself. Just a few more breaths. If you need to lower yourself a hair or two, you can. And if you feel any pain in your knees, always adjust. We don't want to hurt ourselves ever. Again, it's not about flexibility, it's about release. So if you are a very inflexible person, but you feel a stretch when you're propped way up, perfect, you're still getting that release. So the deeper you go into a stretch does not equivalent to a deeper release. Again, focusing on the breath. It's important to just learn to be quiet and still. Breathing in and slowly exhaling. There's no rush, there's nowhere you need to be. This is you time taking care of your emotional well-being. It's safe to do so. And kind of push your elbows underneath you and slowly start to roll up. Moving your bolster off to the side, your pillows, and slowly pulling your legs out from underneath you. Give them just a little shake. Next, we are going to take your left leg and you're just going to shoelace it over top of your right. So having your knees pretty much aligned over top of one another, pulling this right leg back as much as you can towards the butt. We're just going to sit in this position. You can let this leg relax. You can hold on to your foot if you'd like, just to get a tighter or more of a stretch. And if you'd like, you can even lean forward. I'm struggling with words this morning, but you can go ahead and lean forward so you can feel a tighter activation behind your leg, through the bladder meridian, also a paired organ with the kidneys. Again, if you are flexible and can come all the way down and that feels good, go ahead. If not, you could just kind of let your body hang to get that stretch. And if anything feels uncomfortable, if you feel a pinch in the hip, just go ahead and come up and hold that leg in the position. And letting that leg come in front of you, switching sides. Again, just placing the leg over top of the knee so knees are aligned. Pulling that foot back so you're getting that stretch. Just making sure your hips are square, that you're not shifting on one side. And you can fold forward if you'd like, as much as feels comfortable again for you. Completely relaxing this lower leg. So relax any tension. You could give it a little shake to let it go. Melting forward. If you want to use a prop, you can place a pillow over you and kind of lay over top of that as well. And if you need to kind of come up and go back down, make it a little bit of a dynamic movement, you can go ahead and do something like that as well. Again, the body is very intuitive. If you start to move and shift and turn, it's because your body's needing that. It can kind of tell us how it needs to let go of this emotion. So, follow that. If it's needing to rock a little, rock with it. There's no one size fits all when it comes to meridian stretching. And just kind of going inward, being with yourself. The most important relationship that you can have is with yourself. So just taking this time with yourself to build that foundation of belief and confidence. Go ahead and release. Bring your legs up, and we're just going to windshield wipe off to the sides. All right. And coming back to center. Coming back up, and we're going to finish up with some tapping. So starting on the inner eye, maybe, just maybe, it's safe to believe in myself. Believe in the person that I am. This path that I'm on. Finding value in my thoughts. Value in my opinions. Building this belief with me. Because I am worthy of that. It's safe to let go of any fear or doubt that's holding me back. I choose to believe in myself. To feel confident and empowered in my path. Because I am a valuable human being. With an extremely bright path. I deserve to live the life of my dreams. Fully embrace who I am and what I can achieve. Because I can achieve my goals. I overcome challenges. And I accomplish anything I put my mind to. It's time I start believing in myself. Letting that go, squeezing the wrist. Exhaling out through the mouth. Back in through the nose and release. and coming back to whatever it is that you have been trying to work towards, that you're trying to manifest in your reality. Do you feel more confident that that's something that you can bring into your space? Do you have more empathy and more compassion for yourself and what you're able to accomplish? Just sit for a minute, feel into those emotions. If you need to tap a little bit further, if something specific's coming up for you, go ahead and tap a little further, dig a little deeper to what might be holding you back from really fully believing in yourself. But hopefully that helps some, and I look forward to sharing some more with you guys next week. Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the Mindfully Me studio, where we practice together weekly to dive deeper into our free flows to clear blocks that may be stopping you from creating the life of your dreams, as well as exclusive tapping meditations, community space, and more. Download as an app to practice anytime, anywhere. Hope to see you there.